Exclusive. Princess Leonor of Spain vs Princess Amalia, future queen battle. The palace gates. The flashing cameras. The poised princesses. But wait. This is not just about tiaras and fairy tales. The real story. A silent rivalry. Spain's Princess Leonor. The Netherlands' Princess Amalia. Two futures. One throne each. And a battle no one dares to speak aloud. When most people imagine royalty, they picture elegance, quiet dignity, and carefully scripted appearances. Yet beneath that polished exterior, there exists a world of pressure, comparison, and hidden competition. What happens when two of Europe's most important heirs, Leonor of Spain and Amalia of the Netherlands, are set side by side? The answer reveals more than a simple royal story, it reveals a generational test of strength, personality, and destiny. Princess Leonor, born in 2005, has carried the weight of her crown since birth. The first female heir in centuries, she stands as the living symbol of Spain's future. From her earliest public appearances, every gesture, every smile, and every silence has been dissected, criticized, or celebrated. But while Leonor walks the tightrope of Spanish politics and royal tradition, a different figure rises from the north. Princess Amalia of the Netherlands, just 2 years older, with a presence that is equally magnetic, yet utterly distinct. Amalia, unlike Leonor, has lived with greater openness about her personal struggles and aspirations. She has spoken of pressure, of the expectations placed on her shoulders, and even of fear. And yet, this vulnerability has made her appear more relatable to many, a princess who, though destined for a throne, still feels strikingly human. So how does the public compare them? And what truths lie hidden between the headlines? To answer this, we must go deeper, into their upbringing, their education, their duties, and the subtle ways their families shape their futures. Leonor grew up within the carefully guarded walls of Zarzuela Palace, shielded by King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. Her childhood was regimented, her education strictly planned. Even as a young girl, she was handed speeches to read aloud on Spain's National Day. Each word carefully chosen, each sentence a test of composure. And though nervous at first, Leonor has grown into her role with remarkable discipline. She is elegant, calm, and precise, the qualities Spain demands of a monarch who must embody unity in a country often fractured by regional tensions. But Amalia's path has been more open, even unconventional. As the eldest daughter of King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, she has been encouraged to study abroad, to develop her own opinions, and to share them publicly. Unlike Leonor, who rarely speaks outside formal events, Amalia has given interviews that reveal her warmth, humor, and candid honesty. This difference sets the stage for the first great contrast between them. Leonor, the disciplined heir shaped for stability, versus Amalia, the outspoken future queen shaped for relatability. Yet this contrast also hides a deeper question: which approach truly secures the monarchy's survival in the 21st century? For Leonor, survival lies in tradition, in the image of flawless duty. She cannot afford to make mistakes, because every move she makes is scrutinized within a Spain where the monarchy has critics at every turn. But Amalia lives in a country where the monarchy is cherished, yet expected to evolve. For her, survival means showing humanity, opening the doors of the palace, and allowing people to see not just the crown, but the person beneath it. And here is where the story deepens. For though these two young women live in different nations, their futures are linked by the very same pressures: how to balance the weight of centuries with the demands of modern society. Think for a moment about their families. Leonor's mother, Queen Letizia, was once a journalist, an outsider to royalty, who now fiercely protects her daughter's image. Every photograph, every statement, is curated with precision. Leonor's world is controlled, designed to ensure no scandal, no misstep, no doubt in her suitability as Spain's queen. Amalia's mother, Queen Maxima, is equally influential, yet her approach is softer, more open. Maxima, born in Argentina, knows what it means to be seen as different in European royalty. She has taught Amalia resilience, but also empathy. And while Amalia too faces criticism, about her appearance, about her weight, about her choices, she has been raised to face those voices with honesty rather than silence. So here lies the first loop of curiosity. Will Leonor's strict training produce the flawless queen Spain demands, or will Amalia's openness make her the more beloved ruler in the long run? The answer may not be clear, but let us follow their journeys further. Leonor's education has been remarkable. From Spain to Wales, where she attended the prestigious UWC Atlantic College, she has been exposed to global perspectives. Her studies there taught her independence, resilience, and international diplomacy. Imagine a princess quietly carrying her tray in the dining hall, speaking with classmates from every continent, while secretly knowing she will one day rule a nation. This grounding in reality may prove invaluable when she ascends the throne. Amalia too has pursued international education. She enrolled at the University of Amsterdam, balancing academic life with her role as heir. Yet even here, the difference emerges. While Leonor's studies were shielded from the public eye, Amalia's student life became headlines, with discussions about her security, her friendships, and her every move. The Dutch openness, while refreshing, also leaves her more exposed. And so another curiosity emerges. Which is stronger, the carefully controlled path of privacy, or the open path of vulnerability? Which makes a leader more trusted, more beloved, more effective? Now let us turn to personality. Leonor is often described as quiet, dutiful, and serious. She embodies her father's calm dignity, a deliberate and measured presence. When she speaks, it is rare, but impactful. And each time, Spaniards glimpse a future queen ready to shoulder the nation's burdens. Amalia, by contrast, radiates warmth and humor. She is expressive, unafraid to show her laughter, her struggles, even her insecurities. This authenticity makes her approachable, but it also risks criticism. For in royalty, openness is both a strength and a weakness. Still, the emotional pull of Amalia's character cannot be ignored. Many Dutch citizens see in her a reflection of themselves, a leader who does not stand above them, but with them. And here we face the heart of the rivalry. Not a rivalry of animosity, but of philosophies. Leonor represents tradition. Amalia represents change. Both are heirs to centuries-old thrones. Both carry the expectations of millions. Yet each must decide, will she rule as the image of perfection, or as the mirror of her people? As the years unfold, the question deepens. Who will handle crises more effectively? Who will unite their people in moments of division? Who will inspire loyalty, not just respect? Imagine a future moment, Leonor addressing Spain during political turmoil. Her calm, disciplined words offering reassurance. Now imagine Amalia speaking to the Dutch people after a tragedy, her voice breaking with emotion, her humanity comforting her nation. Each response would be powerful, yet profoundly different. And so the loop continues. Which quality is more vital for the monarchs of tomorrow, composure or compassion? Yet beyond public image lies the personal struggle. Both Leonor and Amalia live lives of immense pressure. Neither chose this destiny. Neither can escape it. Their friends, their studies, their loves, all must bend around the crown that waits for them. For Leonor, the pressure is silence, perfection. For Amalia, the pressure is exposure, judgment. And both, in their own way, carry the loneliness of those born to rule. But perhaps the greatest secret is this: though compared endlessly, Leonor and Amalia may never truly compete. For their nations, their cultures, and their thrones are different. Their true battle is not against each other, but against time, against modernity, against the ever-growing question of whether monarchy itself should survive. And here lies the final curiosity. When history looks back a century from now, will it remember Leonor as the queen who preserved dignity, or Amalia as the queen who embraced humanity? Or will it remember both, as two young women who carried the impossible burden of crowns, and turned it into something enduring? This is the untold story. A story of love, duty, and quiet rivalry. Of Spain and the Netherlands. Of Leonor and Amalia, the future queens, bound not by conflict, but by destiny. And as the world watches them grow, the question remains unanswered. Which path will define the monarchy of tomorrow? The answer, hidden still, is a mystery only time will reveal.